This episode may rob your life of meaning and purpose, cause mental instability, or lead to depersonalization. If you are into mainstream spirituality, this episode may piss you off.
Hey you! Yeah, you! Ever wonder what the meaning to life is? What is the grand unifying theory behind it all? What if I told you you're the only person that exists? You tell me to go back to like 5th grade, right? But get this, it's the next step towards unlocking your true potential. Potential like seeing the face of God. Escaping the rat race of our quote-unquote reality. Step right up, come one, come all. It's Mr. Leo Gura's Actualize.org.
Now who is this bald-headed, Wojak-looking motherfucker?
That's Leo Gura, the brilliant mind behind Actualize.org. An over 1 million sub YouTube channel, providing tips on masculinity, self-help, meditation, higher planes of realization, getting pussy, and many other crucial things that young gullible men need online. Now, you don't need the new pill. That's for late teens and early 20-somethings that need a surrogate father figure. Leo's here to tell you the hard facts about solipsism, which is the view or theory that the self is all that can be known to exist. We can be truly sure of nothing else. It's all in your head, man. This isn't a form of schizophrenia. This isn't a form of psychosis. This is the next step. Once you accept this, you're gonna reach a higher level. Everything in your life's gonna be good. Now, what's important about this? It's really no big deal. You guys are overthinking it. There's nothing wrong with this. There's no problem. In Leo's own words, I have decided to take down my latest solipsism video because people are not mature enough to handle it.
Grow up.
Don't ask me questions about solipsism anymore. I will not be teaching it because people cannot handle it. I will no longer publicly teach my deepest awakenings. If you want the highest truth, you will have to discover it on your own, not via my explanations. So you know it's bad when X, the paranormal board from 4chan, is shitting on this guy and calling his teachings mental illness. Keep in mind, this is a board with LARP threads like NG Nobody General. Who is the nobody? The nobody is a figure alive today who has extraordinary spiritual powers, including the ability to influence reality with his conscious and unconscious mind. Divination threads, Succubus General, Reptilians, regular schizo posting, proponents of Satanism, and a million other threads on how to get a demon, ghost, dream GF. I mean, literal dream GF. So he's got to be hawking some pretty dangerous shit, right? Well, essentially, his video on solipsism actually encouraged people to want to kill themselves. Because death is just another plane of understanding. It's merely another step in reaching the ultimate consciousness and awareness. Leo graduated from UC Irvine with a bachelor's in philosophy way back in 2007. And while he used to push a lot of PUA shit, and still does, how to make a girl squirt, give your girl an explosive orgasm, he's now charging people about $250 for the Ultimate Life Purpose course and his review of 200 other self-help books. This guy couldn't even write a book himself. He's basically playing the nostalgia critic with life advice, and he's selling you a list of all of these books that he read so that you can know what books he read and get updates on the books he's reading? But let's get back to it. He's gonna teach you how to create a profound life with 300 plus hours of free videos. And the ultimate one is realizing that you might be the only one that exists. But I mean, if he believes in it, then he's the only one that he knows exists, and you might just be an NPC, and I don't get how this works. Actually, you know, I do get how it works. It's a grift, but it's a dangerous grift, because part of his idea of reaching enlightenment is doing shitloads of DMT until you finally ascend, and also not being afraid of killing yourself, because death is apparently just another step on the path. It's genuinely gotten to the point where Input released an article on it, asking, is the Actualize.org forum leading followers down a deadly path? Apparently all these people that we cannot say for sure exist are interacting on a forum together in order to learn more about whether or not they're the only ones that exist. And people on the inside are claiming that after 3 forum members have gone completely dark, that they committed suicide. Leo's pushing the idea that frequent use of and even 30-day stretches of using DMT will just improve their lives. I mean, these are people that are struggling with anxiety disorders, depression, bipolar disorders, possibly plenty of undiagnosed things, that are looking to this YouTube vlogger for serious life advice. And the advice he's giving doing is possibly the most dangerous you could imagine. One of the forum whistleblowers who goes by Jordan puts it this way: imagine telling an 18-year-old with mental health problems who's just come off a DMT or ayahuasca trip that the self is an illusion and nothing is real. There's literally people who say explicitly in their forum posts that they're going to kill themselves, and then they just stop posting. They vanish. They're not the only ones who are concerned. Other people on the forums asked Gura about all of this stuff, and what was his response? Death and suicide are imaginary. He's not responsible for users taking their own lives. No amount of suicide threats are going to change the truth. You are not going to fearmonger me out of speaking truth. Amazingly, another hallucinogen and altered consciousness proponent, Adeptus Psychonautica, has spoken out about it, and is generally opposed to what Leo's doing, yet stops just short of calling it a cult as it is, even though he, quote, could definitely see this turning into a full-blown cult. Leo once posted, "People seem to enjoy playing FPSs, which always ends with a bullet in the head and a respawn. Maybe God enjoys FPSs too. Wink." What the fuck kind of advice is this to people who are struggling mentally and psychologically? They're already vulnerable enough to come to him for life-changing advice, and now he's giving them life-ending advice. If telling you to kill yourself to unlock your potential wasn't enough, Leo's quite the ladies' man. Want to go on a date with Leo? No, this is not a solicitation for groupies. Rather, I'd like to find a well-matched long-term romantic partner. If you are interested in exploring the possibility of a serious romantic relationship with me, please read the qualifications below and get in touch. I don't expect you to be perfect or to have your whole life figured out, but I have fairly high standards for who I get romantically involved with and what I find attractive. If you don't meet most of the following criteria, we won't be a good match. Feminine female, single, US citizen or permanent resident, age 22 to 34, healthy weight, height 5'4" to 5'10", sexy, extremely open-minded, intelligent, warm-hearted, emotionally stable, into self-improvement, into learning new things, into healthy eating, independent and self-reliant, financially stable/employed, honest/truthful, good hygiene, easygoing, willing to communicate and work through issues when problems arise. And if it doesn't work out, I guess you can just take DMT until you die, bitch. And Leo, true to his Coomer form, even promotes using DMT to enhance your porn viewing. You've never really seen porn until you've seen it on DMT. I genuinely feel bad for anyone who thinks to get advice from this guy. Anyways, I think that's about it for this one. If you guys enjoyed, like and sub, and don't jack off to death on DMT. Until next time, see ya.